Hey guys, welcome to this video. It's Omashola Dev here. I'm really excited about this one because this is a build we've been anticipating for quite some time now. So in this video, we are going to be building a food delivery app where users can order food from any restaurant. The app will be just like Uber Eats, DoorDash or Deliveroo, and we will be building every single process of a complete food delivery app. Now, whenever people think of food delivery app, they picture just the customer app where you can just place orders and see the foods that the restaurants have. But in reality, there are 4 apps to be built for the system to be complete. Number 1 is the customer app where the user can place order, build the cart and track his order. Then there's the vendor app who receive the order, accept or reject the order and marks when the food is done. And the rider app. So the rider is the one who is assigned a job to pick up the food from the restaurant and deliver it to the customer. And then there's the admin dashboard who watches everything and intervenes when things break. So in this video, we are going to be building all the 4 apps to make a complete food delivery system. I will show you how you can build the customer, vendor and rider app in one app so that when the user logs in, depending on their role, they will see a different app. Now, most tutorials you will see on YouTube about building a food delivery app like Uber Eats are only going to show you how to build the user or customer app, and that cannot help you. Today, I'm going to teach you the full workflow and we'll also integrate Stripe for payment. Alright guys, so let's check out the build demo. So I have 3 devices here. I'm going to use one for the user app, that's the customer's app. The second one will be the vendor's app and the third one will be the rider's app. So let's get in, let's create an account. So I am a user, continue. So Omashola Dev, and I'm just going to write any phone number and the email will be user1@mail.com. So I use 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, I think there's an error here. Yeah, as the password. So create an account. It takes us to the login screen. We can log in user1@mail.com. And we'll log in there. So here also we can create an account as vendor. And let's log in user2. Now let's create the rider account. So we create the account and we log in user3@mail.com. Now we'll log in here as rider. So this is vendor, this is the user. So we have to enter our address. So I'll use my current location. I'll allow that and I'll confirm the address. Now we can show deals near you, food deals and all that, but we're going to set up stores from the vendor app before we can see the stores that we can actually buy from. So these are deals that will be coming in from time to time, but we can set up stores and we'll see the stores here. So no restaurant available. So over here now, set up a restaurant to start receiving orders. So let's create our restaurant, guys. This is really interesting. So we create our restaurant, we select the image for the restaurant we want to create, and let's say is this. So this is a burrito. Choose this. So okay, let me just call it the food place, and we have the best food in the world. So let's say this is found in Lekki. We can search, using Google APIs. We just search and select the location. It also shows the location on the map, and our operating hours is 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 in the evening. We save and continue, and now it shows your restaurant is under review. Now the admin has to approve the restaurant before the restaurant can begin to show on the user app. So now let the admin do that. So this is the admin app. Let's create an account for the admin app. Okay, agree to the terms and condition and create the account. Now we get on the account and immediately we can see the restaurant requests and we need to accept the food place. Also we can see that one pending request requires admin action, so we accept this And once the admin accepts this, we go back to the app and we can see that the restaurant is showing in the user app, and it's also showing restaurant approved on the vendor app. So now we don't have any menu there. Let's create a menu for the vendor. So let's say we're selling smoky jollof rice. Okay, smoky, and we're just giving out for $2.99, and it's one of the main course. And let me just say yummy. So let me save the dish. Let's also add one more to the menu, and that would be Coke and Coca-Cola, and it's just 50 cents, 0.50, and it's beverages. Okay, save the dish. So right here you can see my location at the top here, and I can also select this and go back to maybe set a new location. Maybe let me see Ikeja. I can search for a location, Ikeja GRA, and I will confirm that, save it changes. So now if I go over to this restaurant here, it fetches the menu of the restaurant, the food place, shows me everything I want. Guys, slick UI, clean workflow. This is sick, guys. This is so sick. I can now go online here on the rider. Let's go online. Let's set the rider's location here. So let's use our current location and confirm the address. As you can see, the rider is online. So let's buy smoky jollof rice and Coke, 1 bottle of Coke, 2 packs of smoky jollof rice. So you can see the price here. We can go to checkout. We can increase the delivery time, but it had like $249. So let's place the order and let's pay. We're checking out now. Let's pay using Stripe. Let's use our card, and just random photo, and I'll just select any country. It doesn't matter, Uruguay, and I'll pay. Now watch this. The moment I pay, the order is placed. It shows the restaurant immediately. The user over here can see the distance between the restaurant and their house, and they'll be able to see the rider as it's coming. Now look at the order. Look at the order here. The vendor can choose to reject or accept the order. But now when I click accept, the system looks for the rider that is closest to the restaurant, shows it immediately in real time, shows it to the rider. The user is seeing order out for delivery, and once the rider accepts the order, it shows that your arrival is in 8 to 10 minutes over here, while the rider makes his way to your house. The moment the rider makes his way to your door, clicks marks at delivery, you see here on the user app immediately order delivered, enjoy your meal. And that is a complete workflow. Guys, over here, let's refresh this and we can see on the admin dashboard, on the web dashboard, we can see the total revenue already. We can see the restaurants that are open. We just have one for now, and we can see also the transactions, see the riders. We can see the transactions that's happened, delivered, successful. And guys, this is just awesome. Now we'll be using Stripe for payment for our users to be able to check out. Now Google APIs from Google Cloud for the map, position tracking, distance calculation, and location search. Now you guys have been telling me in the comment section to use a better backend service other than Supabase, so I did some research and I came across the best of them, which is Inforge. Now Inforge is like Firebase for the AI generation. So it gives you everything you need for the backend, so database, authentication, storage, hosting, and even AI tools. But it's designed in a way that you don't need to open the dashboard and be configuring or wiring things up like you do when you are using Firebase or Supabase. You just set it up easily, and whatever feature you are working on the front end, which you can just tell the AI to do it on the back end. You get that? So our AI coding agent, which is in our code editor like VS Code, Antigravity, or Cursor, would have access to our backend and be able to do all the work for us while we are prompting from our coding agent. That's going to be very easy, and I will show you how to do that easily. So you don't need to really worry about your backend anymore. You just write prompt, hey, do this on the backend in your AI coding agent, and it will do it for you immediately. So that's like sweet. That's like AI doing everything for you, and it makes it just easy. So I'm going to be doing that, so you won't need to stress yourself over anything in this video. So over the years, setting up the backend has always been a headache, but with Inforge it's very easy. So you can access Inforge at inforge.dev. So it's very affordable, and they have a very good free plan. Without you paying, you can start up and start using it for free. And when you set up your Inforge project, you can also get 1 month pro for free using Inforge promo code. I'll write that in the description of the video. Now guys, I'll be giving my subscribers full access to the source code. So if you subscribe, I'll give you access to the full source code. So maybe if you want to build a project like this, or maybe sometime in the future, you can just use it and maybe tweak some things and everything will work perfectly. Now this is the design we will be using to build our app, Figma design. So now this one right here is the customer app, the user app. So this is the sign in, create account screen, profile, order tracking, and the restaurant and the dish they have in their menu. So we also have the rider view. So this is what the rider will be seeing. It took me a lot to be able to gather these screens the way they are. So also this is the restaurant, like the vendors app. Just few screens they use to create their dish, create their restaurant, see orders, previous orders, and accept or reject them, update the order from accepting your order to preparing your meal. Your meal is ready, and then the rider can then accept or reject an order. So that's it. And then we'll be building the admin dashboard, of course, so where the admin will be able to look at requests from restaurants, accept their requests or reject their requests to join the platform. So look at the riders that are online and those that are offline, pause riders from being able to receive orders and all that. Also view vendors and view the analytics, see how much each restaurant is making, each rider is making, and be able to split profit. So we're going to build like a full business flow. If you need to build a food delivery platform, you can build fully from what we're going to be building here, and I'm going to make it very easy and very short. So we're building these 3 apps in one. The rider, the customer, the vendor app will be in one. So when the user logs in, based on that role, it will show them a different view. So this is just the Figma design, and I'll be sharing the link to the Figma design for you. Join my community, request for it, I'll give it to you for free, and it looks very nice. Alright guys, let's start now by creating our Expo project. So I'm going to open the terminal, and alright, let me paste this here. So this is the command to create our Expo project, npx create Expo app at latest, and we're going to be using the name Uber Chops. So we'll create that, and then we'll open our project in. Okay, let's answer some of these questions. Let's go with SDK 54. I just like using that for now. I think SDK 56 is really good. I should do a video on that also, but let's use the 54 for now, so you won't encounter any issues or errors with your own setup. So right now we're going to open VS Code. We'll be using VS Code. I always use Google's Antigravity, but then I decided, since VS Code is more popular, more people are using VS Code, so let's just use VS Code. So we're going to open this project here in VS Code. So let's do that. Open folder, Uber Chops. All right. And now for our AI agents, we're going to be using Cloud. I have Cloud set up in my workflow, in my system, or in my machine, whatever you call it. So I have Cloud set up, and I don't think this is done. Okay, it's done, so we can run this. All right, so we have to go into Uber Chops. All right, now you'll see a lot of my errors because I don't have like a script for this video. I'm just doing it from my head without writing any script down of what to follow. So we'll be debugging together, we'll be working together. So this is just like a live build, so just make sure you follow along. So now we're running this, and let's run it on our simulator. If you watch my last video on how senior engineers code with AI, one of the things I made sure to mention there is how you need to create your project, and after creating your project you need to run it. You need to run the empty project first, which is really important, so you can see the empty project and make sure it's working from the start. So after that, then we can start working on every other thing. So we need this to be in place, and we'll run it on the empty project, and we can go on from there. So I don't know why this is saying this error. Can we do that again? Okay, or we can just open Expo, go copy this. I think I need to do some updates on my Xcode. Yeah, so we can just enter the URL, and that will connect. So that was easy, right? All right, so we have our empty project running. Now we can go on from there and to the next step. All right, since we have the mobile app running now, let's create the project for the admin dashboard. So born create vit and Uber chops. Okay, so I love using born, I just love using it, and so we'll be using React. Okay, so and I love using Vite because Vite is super fast with React, so that's really good. So we can see the default page on this URL right now. Let's just use that here, and so we have that setup working already. So we'll just close this for now. So back to the mobile app now. So right now, remember, we have our designs, so we will have to create our authentication screens now for the mobile app, and this is our designs. So let's create the login and sign up screen. Now remember, I showed you in my previous video how different ways you can get your design into your code editor. Now but the major way I would like to do that here is to get a screenshot. I just like doing that, it's much easier. Get a screenshot, and once we get the screenshot, we give it to the AI. It's going to build it for us, and we proceed from there. So let's start with the login screen. So when we open the app, we should see the login screen, since we don't have like an onboarding screen. So let's do that. I'll just take a screenshot of it. Okay, so let me drop the second one also. That's the create account screen. So we'll be doing things just not one by one, but multiple screens at the same time. All right, I know this. So now I'll write the prompt for it, and then we'll get to send the prompt for it to create the screens. Alright, so now this is the prompt we're going to be giving it. So create the auth screens. When the user open the app, let them see the login screen, and we can navigate to the sign up screen. Look at the images I pasted and let the design be pixel perfect. Then save the components that are in the design I shared with you so they can be reusable. Remember to always use reusable components. Also create a cloud.md file and add this so you can always remember. Also create a file called prompts.md and save every prompt I gave you in that file. So this prompt.md file, I'm going to be giving it to my subscribers. So in case you want to build this and you want to follow the prompts I use, so you can have all those prompts. So let's send this and wait for it to be done. Okay, our AI says it's done, but there are a few mistakes here and there. So I want to give it our design system, which I'm getting from Google Stitch, because I use Google Stitch to design the to do the design before getting it into Figma. So I'm going to use I'm going to take a screenshot of the design system now and give it to cloud so it can use the right fonts and the right colors. Okay, so I'll say, all right, this is, so I talk to the AI like I'm talking to a human being. This is also the login screen is not looking exactly like I want it to be. Let me see what the issue is. Is this how it looks? Okay, adjust the color and remove. Okay, all right, let's send this prompt for you to adjust the design system. You know, if you make your design with Google Stitch, it will give you the design system, which is the image I just sent here. Now, even if you use a designer, they will give you a design system also. You can just take that, give it to the AI. It will fix all the tokens and the reusable components to match what it looks like there, and then you'll be able to give it to cloud or whatever AI agent you are using. So let this be done and we'll see what changes it makes and we'll proceed from there. Alright, so our AI has fixed the design system and everything is working perfectly now. So the authentication screen looks good, and right now we can proceed. So the next thing we'll have to do, let's create the authentication screen for the admin app. Let's do that. So we can just open the admin project, Uber Chops admin. We can do Ctrl J and run bond dev. All right. So now we'll open cloud here. So we'll be using cloud. All right, Fable 5. Well, I think that's some good update. We're not ready to use that. So right now, let's grab the design and then for the authentication screens, and we'll tell the AI to do it for us. Okay, so Figma actually, not Google Stitch. So this is the login, and this is the create sign up screen, the sign up screen for the admin. So let's but I'm not going to be doing the full screen and this and this. Let's just take what's in the middle and give it to our AI. So all right, so we'll take the sign up screen now here. All right, so we'll give it our prompt so it can make the screen for us, and we'll proceed from there. So this is the prompt we'll be giving to the AI. Build the auth screens and make it so that when the user opens the app, he sees the login page and he can navigate to the sign up screen. Now the screenshot I sent is the forms that will be centered in the middle of their pages. So we send this and wait for our AI to be done. But while that is going on, let's go over to Inforge to create the account so we can be able to set up our authentication, like the integration for the authentication. So what I mean by integration is like adding the authentication to function well on our mobile app and web app. So inforge.dev, and we'll go over there and sign up. All right, now we'll name the project Uber Chops and leave the region the way it is. So let's create a project. So let's use the CLI. We can install in agent. Should we install in cloud since we're using cloud, or we should just use the CLI? So I'm thinking, because so many of you may not be using cloud, so maybe we should just use the CLI command in the project. So let's do that. So let's go back to, let's check on this. Okay, so let's go back to our mobile app and let's open our terminal for that. Command J, and let's use this. Now this ID here is my own project ID, so you need to use yours. You can just create your account just the way I did, and you can do that and have your own project ID. It's so easy. And so once this is done, now we'll know what next to do. Okay, so it takes us to the browser now for us to authenticate, and we'll just accept. All right, successful, and it's getting linked to our project Uber Chops, installing these agent skills, and this is all good and like super easy. So now it's done. So it says open your coding agent and try build a to-do app with Google Auth sign in. Just easy like that. So now since this is done, we need to go to the to this side also to enable it to the web app. Now this is the admin web app. We need to enable Inforge here. I'll just place the same command that we used for the mobile app, so we can have Inforge installed here, because we'll be using Inforge for the admin section and also for the mobile app. Yeah, so also it's done. It's done. Okay, so this is good. Let's go back to the web so we can see it's done, but it's not getting the exact system design. So we'll have to give it this so it can have the right colors to use. So let's take a screenshot of the system design and give to the web app this time, the admin web app. So we'll do this. All right, so we'll head over there and for the web app. Now let's proceed to implementing the sign up and creating accounts, the login and sign up. So let's do that. Okay, but first let's ask cloud if it can see our Inforge. We have Inforge set up. All right, let's see if our AI can see that we have Inforge installed and if we can use it now. Okay, now cloud is telling me that Inforge shows as connected in the CLI, but its tools are not appearing in this cloud VS Code extension. So we should restart we should start a new conversation in the over here. So let's do that. All right, check if you can see Inforge. So check if you can see Inforge setup through CLI and show me its tools. Okay, as you can see, cloud is pulling up all the tools we can use now, and this is really good. Auth management, project management. Okay, so now let's tell cloud. Okay, so let's confirm that our create account, first name, last name, phone number, email, password. Okay, that's good. All right now this is the prompt we want to use for the authentication. So now I say now implement authentication to work on our app here, so sign up and login can work properly. Now for the create account, let there be a screen that would show before the screen that shows the form. Now this particular sign up screen, whenever we come here, we need to be able to select either want to create account as a user or a vendor or a rider. So user is like the customer, then we can create account as a vendor or a rider. So we are doing these three inside one app, so it can be made easy. If you're building a real project, maybe you might want to do it like this, or you might want to create 3 separate apps or even 2 separate apps. But this it will make it so much easy. I feel this is the best way for this video. So depending on what role a user logs in with, that will depend on the kind of depend on what they will see. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So once we come to the create account screen, we should see 3 options to select from which kind of account, what kind of account we want to create. Once we select the kind of account we want to create, then we'll proceed and then fill in the form, send the payload, and it will open for us for that role, for the user for that role. So that's what we're doing here. So create the account. Now this screen should show 3 bold buttons. One, okay, where you can select one, and the 3 options will be user, vendor, and rider. Anywhere we select will be passed as user type to the create account payload. For user, send type will be customer, but for the rest, send their own name, vendor or rider. Now let the screen follow the system's design. So just the normal prompt I should give it, and there will be a button to continue below, which will take us to the create form account form. So now this is going to implement the authentication using Inforge and do what I just asked it to do. So let's send that and wait for it to be done. Guys, as you can see here, immediately I sent my command, my prompt rather. So Cloud, my AI agent, starts searching for Inforge documentation and then doing the buttons. Now it also generated the anon key for me from the backend, and now it's working on the whole feature. Now I'm not touching the Inforge dashboard. My AI agent is just doing everything for me, and I don't have to worry about any setup or like. Guys, Inforge is just the best. Okay, it's just the best. All right guys, so our AI says it's done now, so let's test this. So so it says it's done. It got the keys from the Inforge and put it in the env file. So I just like literally did the backend work without having to do any backend work. So I just told AI, do the backend work, do the front end work, and it just did both for me. Like, this is really crazy, guys. This is really crazy. So let's test it out. So create account. I'm a user, so continue. Okay, I don't have a password to save though. Now my first name, Mashallah Dev. Okay. Alright, so my email is user1@mail.com. Okay, so now I believe the issue has to do with line 37 because it's saying so. Line 37 in the context screen, auth context file. So this is line 37. So this, what is happening here is that when we load the app, so we are checking our storage if we are logged in already or we are not logged in. So if we are logged in, we're setting the user here to the login details. So but now that place is where it got stuck. So let me do the fix here so the AI can do it. Okay, now this is my prompt. Now there's an error on line 37 in the auth context file, and the error is happening when we open the app and if we are searching the local storage to see if we are logged in already. So right now the storage key is not being found since we are not logged in. So find a fix. Now I'm able to understand this because I am a software developer, but if you are not a software developer, you can also do this. You just tell the AI to fix it. You don't know what's up, find the error on line 37 of this file and find a fix. So the AI is going to do that now, and let's see how it goes. Alright, so AI says it's done. Let's open up now. Yep, it's working well. Let's refresh, and even if we refresh, we don't have that error anymore. So now let's create an account. I'm a user, right? And first name is Omachala. Alright, email is user1@mail.com. and the password will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 7 8. Now let's create the account and see if it works. So yes, our sign in works correctly, and even if we reload the app, let's see, it should not log us out. Oh, it does log us out, so let's fix that. But first, let me log in with like a fake account to see if it works, if it will accept the fake account. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, invalid login credentials. So let's log in with our real account, user1@mail.com. all right, email verification required. Now I need to tell the AI to disable email verification. Now this is my prompt. Now disable the email verification so we don't need to verify our email on Inforge authentication. And also, when we sign up, don't log us in directly. After a successful sign up, take us to the login screen so we can log in. All right, let's do this and our AI will finish up. So right now, as you can see here, our AI is pulling up Inforge configuration to disable email verification. It does that by itself, goes on and then enable this. So let's see if we can log in with the account user1@mail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what's the error? Invalid key provided to secure store. Keys must not be empty and contain only alphanumeric. So where is that coming from? Let's refresh. Okay, so this error now shows up, line 59. Okay, so let's give this to the AI. When I click the login button, okay, so our AI is gonna fix this. Okay, that was quick. So now let's try to log in again. All right, so what if we refresh? We are still logged in. So guys, that's authentication easily settled. So that's good. So now that our authentication is working, let's begin to build the screens. So we'll start with the customer screens, and then we'll go on to the rider screen and the vendor screens. So let's start. But before we go there, right now I'm going to give a prompt to our AI. Now, because we are doing 3 apps in one, so depending on the login, so we need to see different view. So let's separate that right from now. So okay, now I'm telling our AI, giving our AI these prompts. Now clear the home screen. Right now we're using the same auth system, but we have 3 user rows. So users will be able to see different views, navigation item, and even screens based on their role. So now if our user type is customer, on the home screen we should have a page that should have text that says customer, and if we log in as a vendor, it should show vendor, and the same for rider. So let's give our AI this prompt to do that, and then we'll start building screens for the different roles. Okay, so our AI has done that. So now let's log out, create account as vendor and create accounts as rider, and see the difference. So I don't know if this is working. Okay, it's working. So now let's create an account now as a vendor. And the email we'll use will be user2@mail.com, and the same password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we create account, takes us to this page, the login page. Remember, Solomon is a vendor, so welcome Solomon as a vendor. And now let's create another account as a rider. Guys, I literally did no work on this. The AI just did it for me. So now we can log in. Remember, Prince will be a rider, a delivery rider. right. Yeah, so welcome Prince as a rider. Now that's good. So let's start creating screens for the customer. That's the user, the user screen, the customer screen. I'll be calling customer user sometimes, and I'll be calling user customer. But if I want to refer to the rider or the vendor, I'll say rider and vendor. So this is the user's home screen. Let's create that. Okay. So I also added some of these assets into my my images folder. I added the four food icons, the four green food icons. Into the my asset folder. Generate any image you need. I don't think cloud generates image, but let me just see that anyways. And that is the home screen, and image 1 is the home screen. Now I'm saying that because I'm going to add another image. This is the search address screen. No. So when the user logs in, they have to select their address. So this is the screen to do that. Okay, so image 2, which is this image, will be only shown once when the user logs in for the first time, and it will be shown automatically, or showed automatically only once. No, okay, it will be shown only once, because so when the user logs in and when they click on share current location or enter address manually, they need to take them to this particular screen to enter their address. Okay, I think it's this screen, the search address screen. So when they click a button in image 2 to select the address, image 3 will pop up. For them to search for the address. Then I should add one more, which is image 4. And okay, I don't think there's need for image 4. So once they select the address, either use my current address or select here. There should be like a continue button down. Okay, but in image 3, the view to select the address, there should be okay. So if the user taps here, this place, you should take them back to this screen to search for the address. So that makes it much easier. So let's see what our AI will do, and we'll proceed. All right, AI says it's done. So it says we need to restart the Expo dev server. So let's do that. Control C, clear, npx expo start C. So to clear the cache and rebuild it. Now we can reload this again. All right, so now it's showing us this because we've not done this already. So we want to edit our location manually, Lagos Nigeria. And now we don't have the setup yet, which we're going to do later, to have the real location. But let's just use Lagos, Nigeria, and click on continue. So it sets it and it takes us to the home screen, and this looks really good, guys. This is like very awesome. This is nice. So if we click on that place, it can still take us there. Okay, but we need this. We need to adjust this. So okay, this looks good. So we need to adjust this the header here so that this cat icon be on the right side. So other screens are still empty. Okay, but we have this here. I like this. And if we log out and we log in with another account, let's see user 2. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I will decide to log in with another account. We don't see what we see on the home screen. Instead, we're only seeing empty screens with this stuff. So now we need to fix this issue. So let's give our AI prompt so that these only have to show when we log in for the first time. Yeah. So in the user's home screen at the top, let the cart basket be at the right side of the screen. Let it be here. So let this arrow be close to this location title at the left side. So we'll send this, and it's gonna do that. So right now, since we built the home screen already, let's create the store details screen. So if we click into like debugger collective now, it should show us the details about the debugger collective. So the menu, their menu and everything. So let's build this screen. Let's also build the cart screen and the checkout screen. So let's build those three now. I'll take the screenshot of these images and write the prompt now. Alright, right now I'm giving it this command with the 4 images. The tracking, other tracking image, the checkout, the cart, this is the cart, and also the restaurant menu image. So it's gonna run that now. Alright guys, so right now AI says it's done with all the changes, but I mean there's still a few changes to be done. And so we can see the cart. I can remove and add items already. Browse restaurants, and if I click into a particular restaurant, it's already showing the images, showing the informations and everything about that restaurant. Add items to cart also, and go to the cart. So this is working really well. The screens are good, everything just fits perfectly. But now this issue still persists, so let me write a prompt for it. Right now we need our AI to fix this this here, and then this should go higher, like the bottom tab navigation. So let's write a prompt for that and we'll proceed from. Alright, so we are asking the AI to fix this. So right now everything seems perfect, but there's some things to do. Now this is my prompt. So first, the cart basket should be like across this text. It hasn't fixed that. Also the bottom navs need some space under because that's so close to the notch. And also for the cart screen, now this go to checkout and this button are also too close to the notch, to the bottom of the screen. And also on the checkouts, that part also is too close to this button is too close to the bottom of the screen. So let's fix that, those little changes. Okay, right now the AI is done with all the changes and everything seems perfect right now. So let's go over to building the screens for the rider app. So let's do that now. I'll copy the screenshot. I'll take the screenshots for the rider app and take it over to our AI and then write some prompts for it, and I'll explain the prompts. So let's do that now. Okay, right now, so I have 3 images here I'm sharing. So first, we're building the rider's home screen, where the rider will be seeing orders that are sent to him. He can accept or reject them. Then the second screen we are building now is the order details screen. So order, if you want to view the order like in details, and you can slide to pick it up. And the third screen is to see all his previous orders. So I'm giving the prompt here. Image 1 is the rider home screen. At the top left, instead of the rider title and image, use the location change button that is on the user home screen. Okay, and when that is clicked, take the rider to the location search screen to enter and save the location. Okay, and so then the online at the top right, which is this right here, should be a toggle instead, not just a bar. Not just showing that. Now image 2 is the order screen. Image 3 is the screen to view all previous orders. Now I'm also telling that this app will share components with the user app, but it must be differentiated at all times. Also, the rider won't be able to see the search button tab now because we don't need that for the rider. So let's send this prompt, simple prompt, easy prompt. Let's send this, and it will work on it for us very fast. Alright guys, so our AI agent has finished making the screens for the rider app, and it's interesting. It looks very good. So we can go offline, we can come online, we can check out an order, and we can slide to pick it up or not. And once the slide to pick it up is accepted, it will take us back to the home screen. We can see our previous orders and just basic, so just basic stuff. And we can select our location. It will show over here. We can see how many orders are active. So like this is the rider app. So now let's build the vendor app. So I'm going to take screenshots of the vendor app. Now this is the vendor app. So the vendor will be able to create his like after the vendor download the app, will be able to create his restaurant on the platform. Then we'll be able to see it on the admin dashboard and approve it, accept that restaurant to come into the platform or not. And also they will be able to add dish to their menu, so different dishes, and they'll be able to select when it's sold out or not. And also they can view their order history. So this is to add a new dish, this is to view order history. So this is now they can view orders. That will be like the home screen. They'll view orders, and so they can be open or closed. So they can view orders, the ones that are in progress, the ones that are ready. So let's take screenshots of these screens and give it to our AI, and it's going to do it for us. Alright, I've added the screenshots and written the prompt for the vendor screens. Now I decided not to write my prompt, like show you while I'm writing all my prompts, so I will not have to spend a lot of time on this video, so it can be very short as possible. So I added 4 screens. One is the orders screen, like for the vendor, where they can see all the orders they are receiving from the users. The second one is the screen to set up your restaurant in the platform, in our platform. The third one is after setting up your restaurant, you need to add a new dish. The fourth one is the list of dishes or our menu. And the fifth image is just the previous orders, the recent orders you have. So I said only the vendor can see the vendor screens. Now the vendor bottom tab nav is quite different. So image 1 is the vendor order screen, where we can see the orders we are receiving from the customer. Now when there are no orders, it will show like text that says there are no orders, and it will show a button that says create your restaurant. While image 2 is the screen that will show where we click on create your restaurant. So we'll be able to use that form to fill in the restaurant details. So it will be able to go over to the admin, and the admin will be able to approve or reject the restaurant application. So anytime the vendor logs in, we should always check if the restaurant is active. If it's not, we should show them the order screen and the create a restaurant button. So image 3 is the screen to add a new dish from the dishes screen. Okay, so there's a plus button where we can do that. Image 4 is the dishes screen, where we can see the dishes and the menu we have, and we can mark them as sold out or finished. And while the image 5 is just the screen to view our past orders, which is this one. So we'll be sending this prompt and you can follow along. You can pause the video and copy my prompt if you want it. I'll also try my best to provide the prompt for you, so you can be able to use it if you want. But let's send this and see how our AI will do it for us. So our AI is done building the vendor app as well. So now this is the home screen where we can see the orders, and this is the history screen. We can see all previous orders and the dish. So we can add new dish. We can select an image to add to the new dish, and we can select a dish as sold out, and we can turn off our open tag or turn it closed. And so that's basically it. So we are done building the screens for the mobile app now. Next, we need to start working on the backend logic to actually work on the app. But before we do that, we need to get to the admin dashboard, build some of the basic screens, and then come back to the mobile app. Okay, now we are on the admin dashboard, the web app. So we only have the sign in screen and the sign up screen right now. So let's make that work. So just simple prompt, make the authentication work with Inforge now, or let me say using Inforge. So yes, let's send that, and so that's going to work. And now why that is, and now once that's finished wiring it up, okay, I don't think we need employee ID, so we're going to cancel that. But I mean, it doesn't really matter though, because we'll use email and password to sign in. So once that is done, we're going to be designing the admin dashboard. So we'll design this screen. So the screen we need first is the overview, I believe. Yes, the overview screen. So we'll be doing only that one first, and then when we need the rest, we'll start doing them one by one. So we need the overview screen because we need to accept restaurants into the platform first before we can even see orders on the platform. So we need a restaurant, so we're going to do that first. Okay, our AI is done with the authentication implementation. So let's check out what it did and see. So let's create an account. Okay, let's say user 4. Or we can leave that empty. Okay, I'll just write rubbish. Okay, I must agree. All right. So there's nothing here. If I refresh, we're still logged in, but there's nothing here. So now let's add the home screen so we can wire that up and keep it going. All right, so this is the prompt we'll be using. Now this is the home screen. I just gave a screenshot of it to the AI, and now I'm saying this is the home screen for the dashboard. Let it be pixel perfect. So let's send that and it will work on it, and we can move forward with wiring up some of the implementation that we need to do. Okay guys, our AI is done designing the screen. Now let's take a look. Now this is very sweet. This is slick. This is really slick. So we can log out, we can see the overview, and just slick. Okay, just slick. So now let's go back to the mobile app. So we should be able to wire up the vendor app. So this is the vendor, so the vendor can be able to create a new dish, create his restaurant, create a new dish, and all this won't be there. So it will be able to create his restaurant, and then it will be able to show here on the restaurant request. So let's do that now. So the first thing we have to do is to clear all these numbers. Let's make it 0. So just make the numbers 0, and that's what we'll do here for now. So let's go to the mobile app so we can work on the mobile app now. So we'll give some prompts to the AI so we can create orders, and we will be able, okay, we can create restaurants rather, and once we can do that, we should be able to work with it. All right now, so we are writing our prompt to wire up the vendor's app, so that when the vendor come on the app, they can create their restaurant. So when they create their restaurant, then we'll go further to create dishes. So when they create dishes, then we can now display the list of dishes and the list of restaurants in the user's app. So the user app cannot really function or exist without the vendor app. So the vendor provide the food that the users can use to buy. I hope you get that. So now that's why we're building the vendor app, wiring up the vendor app first. So now follow my prompt. So all these changes should happen for the vendor, so we have to be specific. Right now, let's clear the data in the vendor app, so the orders page will show what it's supposed to show, since there's no order and the restaurant is not created yet. So the this order screen is supposed to show you have no orders, create your restaurant. And also when the vendor sign up, it should have status of either open or close, and this toggle at the top here will be able to toggle between open or close. Also wire it up so that the vendor can create their restaurant, add their restaurant image, name, description, and select location, which we will select using Google Map APIs. I'll show you how to do that just now. And also add operation time. We should be able to add operation time of opening and time of closing. And also there should be a save button on the page to create the restaurant. Now this is the page to create the restaurant. We already have the design there in the app. So we're just going to send this now, so it's wire that up. So while this is working on it, let's go over to Google Cloud so we can get Google Map API. Okay, so I think it's console. Okay, all right now, so we're on Google Cloud and I'm signed in with my email, and now I'm going to create a new project for this for the purpose of this video. So let me do that now. Create new project. So you can just go to console.cloud.google.com, and this is will take you to Google Cloud Console, and from there you can start doing whatever you want to do. So let me even go from here. So now I know I already have an Uber Chops project here, but I'm going to create a new one so you can follow along. So new project. Okay, I'm going to call this new project new food project, so I can know the name very well. No organization. I'm going to create that. So right now I'm going to go to the API and services. So now I need to select my project here. Okay, it's still creating this one, creation in progress, so I'll need to wait a few seconds. So let me select the project first. So let's select new food project, and it will load up, and now we can select we can enable the APIs we want to enable now. So I can click on enable now. I'll enable the places API, and I feel it will enable all Google Maps API for me, so I can use all of them together. Meanwhile, let's check on this guy. Are you done? Okay. What we're doing now, we are setting up the Maps and Google Places API, Direction API, and all that, so that we can work with it, and so we'll be able to use all the APIs to locate the rider, to track distance, to see location, to search for places. All those stuff is going to be interesting. So guys, just follow along. This is really simple. So right now I've enabled the places API, and I feel it's supposed to enable all the Google APIs for me. Now you should enable this, and I'll show you. Now please don't copy my key. I'm not even going to show you, but don't try to copy my key. I'm just going to copy this and go back to the Google Maps platform. I'm not going to restrict it for now, maybe later, but try to create. Now if you can't use Google Maps API, maybe because you don't have because the request for $10, and you can withdraw it back actually. And once you like put in your card for the billing, and you pay the $10, they're going to give you $200 free credit for you to work with. Then if you are done with this project, or you are done with the project you want, you can withdraw your $10 back if you want, or you can leave it there and continue working. So I'm going to enable the APIs here. So we'll keep clicking, preview the APIs and places. Okay, done. Okay, so I feel we've enabled the APIs. So let's go back to our keys and credentials. So let's see how many APIs we have. The 3 APIs. We have maps SDK, directions, map distance. So the most important ones are the direction, the map, the places API, routes API, navigation API. Like those are the major ones we need. So I can still look at my key here and take it. But let me show you on the billing side. For the billing, you need your billing to be set up for it to work for you. So right now I have my billing set up already. If you check here, now if you don't really want to pay the money, if you don't just want a way around it, you can use Mapbox API. I don't think you need to put in your card. You don't need to put in your card before you use that one, but Google just loves verifying whoever they're giving their APIs to, and that's okay. So I have my $10 here already, and now is so let me go back. So in this project now, the billing is also set up for, so I can use any project, I can do any project using that billing account. So that is good. Now let's go ahead and use the API key. Yes, let me save the API key here. So you can see Inforge just working on everything for me, listing all packages, fetching from the documentation, reading the documentation, and using it to write SQL commands to create the table. Like, this is just wonderful. So right now, let me save the Google Maps API key. So our AI says it's done right now. So let's try to okay, so this is saying no orders yet. Create a restaurant. Now this is still just dummy data. So now let's create a restaurant and see if that works. So first I need to get an image. Let me see. Okay, allow. I have no image of any food, but okay, let's use this. Yeah, maybe we are serving something nice, some veggies. So let's say the Green Bistro. Oh, I don't know if such a thing exists, but the Food Clown. Okay, this is good. We serve the best veggies. Okay, so I don't know if I can search for the location currently. So let me say Ikeja. All right, so you can see now this is working, Ikeja, and it will show the location in the map. And so let's say we open at 8 a.m. at 8 a.m. and we close at 10 p.m. All right, let's save this and continue. Permission denied for schema storage. Why? Let me see what. Let's see what the error is. So save and continue. And okay, so there's some issues with this. So first, the image picker. Expo image picker media type option have been deprecated. Use okay. Okay, so let's fix this. I get this warning in the console. Also, when I try to create my restaurant. I get this error. Let me save that again, and it says permission denied for schema storage. Now I somehow believe that cloud code is slow. I don't know if it works thoroughly, but it's slow. I mean, it doesn't usually like do very fast compared to the way I usually use Google's Antigravity. Maybe I might go back to Antigravity and then just take my cloud code API and just go there, and use it with Google Antigravity. But I feel Antigravity is just faster. I feel Cursor is faster also, but using cloud with VS Code here, man, is slow. So let's wait for the AI to fix this and then we'll know what's going on. Alright, the issue has been fixed now, and the issue was that we didn't have good row level security set up, so the vendor couldn't create his restaurant, so especially the image, and so that was the problem. But now it's fixed. Remember I said that if the restaurants exist, it should show this dummy data, but we need to start clearing this up right now. And another thing we need to do is to go over to the admin app so we can fetch all the restaurant orders that we have, so all the restaurant that we have, and be able to accept or reject them. So let's do that here. Let's first open this up in the browser and we will know what to do. So right now let's create a new restaurant. Let's say we are a vendor and want to create our restaurant, so let's do that. So we can select our restaurant image. So we don't have any image of food, so let's just use this. And let's say we open at, so you can see it shows the location on the map. So let's say we open at 8 a.m. and we close at 9 p.m. So let's save this. Okay, now it's showing this dummy data, which we'll still remove shortly. But if we go over to the database, this is our Inforge dashboard now. So this is the restaurant table. So you can see the vendor ID, the food place, which is the name of the restaurant we just created. We serve the best smoky jollof, and the image URL. So we don't save the image to the table, we save the image to the storage bucket, and so the location is Punjab Lane, latitude and longitude, and the opening time and closing time is this. Now there's something we forgot to add here. So what we need to add is the status of the restaurant. So it should either be accepted, it should either be pending, accepted, or rejected. So let's do that. Let's tell the AI to do that for us. Okay, so this is my prompt to add the status field to the payload I'll be sending when a vendor is creating their restaurant. So now when we are creating a restaurant, let there be in a field which is status, and its value should be pending from the start. So if the admin accepts the request, it changes to accepted, and if the admin rejects the restaurant request, it's changed to rejected. Also, whenever the vendor logs in, check their restaurant status. If they haven't created their restaurant yet, show them the text and button to create it. But if they have created it and it's pending, show your restaurant's request is in review. But if it has been accepted, let it show on the home screen. If there are orders, show the orders. If there are no orders, then show you haven't received any order yet. Also, let the row level security work that the admin can edit the status. The admin should be able to edit everything. So I'll send this now, and now we can see everything from over here. Currently we have no record again. Also we'll create a new record. Okay, we have one here. We'll delete it, so we'll create a new record, and I'll also go to the storage here to delete the image. So once I delete the image, we'll wait for this to be done, and then we'll proceed from there. So done. Now let's test what our AI did and see if it did the right thing. So now we're seeing no restaurant. Let's refresh and let's see what we show. I don't know if there are anything in the logs. Okay, nothing yet. So create your restaurant and add the image. Okay, the rice place. We serve the best. And the location is in Agege, Lagos. I know you might not know that place, but don't worry, they have good food. So you can see it selected on the map. And we open 7 a.m. I mean, you want to eat good food early in the morning. We eat rice for breakfast over here. I know some places it's just pie and tea or coffee or something. We eat strong food, you know. We will eat pounded yam, strong food in the morning to wake up to start the day. Then you find them at work sleeping. So let's say we close 10 a.m. 10 p.m. rather. So let's save. And it tells us your restaurant request is under review. So let's go over to the restaurant, the database, and see what is there. So we have the vendor name, the vendor description, the image URL, image key, address, latitude, longitude, closing time, open time, and the status is pending. Yeah, that's what we want. So now we're going to fetch the restaurants that are pending on the admin dashboard. Now the admin dashboard, we've cleaned it up, no data, no dummy data, everything just 0. So we're going to fetch it here, all the pending requests, and we are going to be able to accept or reject them. So once we accept them, we'll be able to come back to the app and see your restaurant has been approved. Create your menu. Yes, yeah, I feel we didn't add that in the last prompt, so we'll add it here now. So first of all, let's go over to the admin dashboard. And okay, so I'm writing the prompt here: fetch all the restaurants pending requests to the admin dashboard home screen. So we should be able to accept or reject the request. All right, let's send that. And now let's correct what we're supposed to do here that we did wrong. So when the restaurant is approved, the text and icon on the screen should change. Create your menu with the button that says create your menu. So now so when the restaurant has been approved, and also anytime the vendor logs in and he has a restaurant and he has created his restaurant, but he doesn't have any menu, let the text and the icon on the screen let the text and the icon on the screen change to your restaurant has been approved, create your menu. Okay, this is good. So let's send this as well, and we'll just wait for these 2 prompts to be done and we'll proceed from there. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. We'll be doing so many interesting builds. I'm trying my best to make this build as fast as possible. I don't want this video to be so long, even though I did 3 different apps. But I hope we are enjoying this so far, and we're all going to come up with a very good product at the end of the day. So this is going to help you to be able to build a full working product, like from start to finish, or the whole workflow, and you can just like use it for any business. Now if you want the source code, I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be giving the source code to my subscribers of all the apps and the admin dashboard for free. I'm going to give it my subscribers. So guys, subscribe. Like, this is very educative, this is very informative. You want to subscribe for this, and let's wait for this to be done. Okay, let's test this now, because this is the admin web app. So it's the AI says it's done. Let's refresh this, and we are seeing loading. Let's see what the error is. So okay, let's copy this error and give it to the AI. We're only seeing loading text in the place to fetch the restaurants, and this is the error in the console. So let's send this so it can do a fix for us. So let's look at the mobile app. Okay, all right. So this nose is still under review. So the restaurant is still under review. This is good. Once we are able to fix this issue, fetch the restaurant successfully, accept or reject, then we'll be able to start creating menus from the vendor app. And once we can have menus from the vendor app, then we can have food to buy on the users app. And once we can have food to buy on the users app, we can have orders to give to riders on the rider app. That's how the whole thing works, guys. I've taken a lot of time to figure out how this works, the UI, the architecture, the systems design, and everything. And that's what I break down into this video, guys. This is gold. This is gold, and you can apply this same architecture into any kind of platform, any kind of similar platform you want to build, and this is very interesting. So let's wait for this to be done, and we are okay. So it says fix all three. The fetch should work now. All right, let's see, let's refresh. Okay, guys, we can see this here, the rice place, which is let's see, what's the name of the restaurant? The rice place, which is the pending restaurants that we have in the database. So let's accept this now. Let's accept this, and now we don't have any pending. Now let's refresh this and see if it's changed the pending to accepted. I am not seeing that change. It's not changing it, so we need to figure out what the issue is. Let's refresh this. It should show back here again. So it has not. Let's see what the issue is. Okay, status approved, tool for no content. Okay, but what's happening in the console? It's still showing here. Okay, so we need to ask what is going on. Okay, when right now but it doesn't change the user the restaurant. So accept, so fix that. So now you see how we are not actually touching. I'm just using this particular place to show you all that's happening on the front end, the way the whole system is working. So even if you are using a backend like maybe Node.js, you can know like what flags to use and those stuffs. So I'm just showing you what's happening, and it's just interesting. So we should be able to accept the request. So let's wait for this our AI to do a fix, and we are going to do it again. So yeah, all right, AI says it's done. So let's refresh and then click accept again. All right, let's hope it accepts this time. Still doesn't. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the network tab and reload. So status is accepted. 204 no content. So let's find a fix to this. Let's tell the AI to find a fix to this. So it's still not accepting it and changing it. So it's just showing 204 there. The admin, check the permissions or make sure the admin don't have any restrictions. All right, so let this run successfully and let's see what is going to happen. All right, right now it's asking me for the this key in my API key. This is my API key in my project settings, not the anon key now, and I'm giving him this key because this key doesn't have any restriction. So this key has full access control to the project, and so the admin needs to have no restriction. It needs not to be locked behind any row level security. So we are using that. So I give my AI that, and just to note that. So this is, I'm only adding this to the admin app. I'm not adding it to the vendor app or any other app. So yeah. Okay, we are done with our fix. Let's see if it works now. Okay. So we refresh this. And let's accept. Or let's see if we refresh. No pending request. That means it changed it. And let's refresh here. And it's accepted. Okay, now let's go over to the mobile app. Let's refresh and see if it fetched the status of the. All right guys, this is moving really fast. This is interesting. So now the most important thing about all this is just to know the system design, the architecture. So if you can know how to place everything, you are good to go. And Inforge is really helping a lot. I don't need to worry about writing SQL command like I always do in other videos. Inforge just makes it much easy. So now the restaurant is approved and we can start creating menu. So let's work on creating menu. So now you can go to the menu page by creating from here, or we can create from the button here, create a menu. So now let's work on that and we proceed from there. Okay, so now we write the prompt for creating the menu and let's see how it goes. Okay guys, we're making some good progress here. Right now let's be able to create our menu and let us be able to okay, let's create the menu, then we'll work on this button to show when the restaurant is open or closed. So let's be able to work on the menu. Let's be able to create menu right now, so we can create as many as possible. So look at the prompt here. Right now let's be able to create our menu. The form already exists, so this is the form. If I click on the create menu, it will show you the form, and we should be able to upload the image, the name, the price, the category, and the description. So we should be able to do that right now. Let's send that prompt, and once we are done creating this menu, we are going to work on this button so that it can tell the users and even the admin if we are open or not. So the we have done this implementation now. Our AI has done this implementation. Let's create a menu and see. So first of all, we need to have pictures of food. Let's smoky jollof rice, so now let me okay, take this. Let's go to the home. Open the pictures, download. Now I want to take this image and have it here. Okay, that's good. Let me also download other food. Also, let's have some egusi soup. Now I'm familiar with this one. We call it melon soup in English. So how my Indian fans, you need to try this one. You need to try this one. Tell me in the comment section what food do you eat. Like, let's just make this fun and let's have some drink, smoothie. And a bottle of water, and we're done. Water, bottled water. Add something to the menu. Now remember, it's smoky jollof rice. We are okay, smoky. And let's say we are selling it for just $5, 5.99, and it's the main course. Made by our Indian chef. All right, let's save the dish and see if okay. It says invalid token, so there's an error. Let's see what the error is. Okay, let's okay, let's write a prompt. Let's write a prompt for this error to be fixed. All right guys, so our AI says it's done with the fix now. So let's see, we have no dishes here. Let's create the menu so we can upload the image for the smoky jollof rice, and just smoky jollof rice, and let's just give it out for $5 and let's just say yummy. So let's save the dish, and once that is saved, let's go to the dishes menu. We'll find it there, but the image is not showing. So let me refresh that and see if that even works. But the image is not still showing. Remember, we can toggle it off as sold out and still have it here. So this works now. The AI changed the way this looks, so but it's okay. But let's try to debug what the image. So now if we go over to the database, let's go to the storage and see the image, restaurant images. Let's see what images exist there. I'm not seeing any image key string file. So storage, let's refresh this. Okay, so there's one image, but it's 0 bytes. Now why is this happening? Let me take a screenshot of this and show it to our AI so it can be able to fix this. So now the image is not showing on the app, and also the image I pasted, this, which is this one, is our image in the storage on Inforge. It says 0 bytes as file size. Why is this? Fix that. So let's send this. I want to save these changes and just commit them, you know, so we won't have so much choked up at once. So let's wait for this to be done and it should fix that, so we can have our images looking good over here. But guys, we're making good progress. So this is the now this is a main dish, but it's the for sides there's nothing there. For beverages we don't have, or desserts we don't have yet, but all this is there. So this is working well, working pretty well. So let me see if the search is working. Burger, no, we don't have burger. What if I start smoky or rice? Yeah, we have that. So the search also is working. So guys, we can also add more, but let's be done with this fix first before we add another dish to the menu. Okay, AI says it's done. So let's see how we can upload a new food. So let's upload the chicken burger this time, and just call it chicken burger. Let's do $10 for one chicken burger. Yummy. I hope there are no errors to save it. Oh, the image is showing now, guys. This is really cool. This is really cool. So now I'm going to delete all the data, because if the image for this did not show, for the dish was not working before, definitely it means the image for the restaurant was not working before. So I'm going to delete all the images and delete all the dishes. So let's do that. Okay, so you can see the image we sent last has some size, some good size. So let's delete all of them. Then I'm gonna go to the database and delete the restaurant, the dishes. I'm not deleting the table, I'm deleting the records, like 2 records. Then I'll also delete the restaurant. Yep. So let me download a good picture of a restaurant. So let's download one in Unsplash, from Unsplash rather. So let's download it. So it's just showing a scenery of showing love, eating food, drinking good wine. So let's download that. And back here, I'm gonna take that image. So let's finish downloading. Remember what we did before. Okay, so let's rename it restaurant. And just drag it here. Okay, so now going back to the app, we have to create our restaurant again, because if we refresh, we'll see that our restaurant does not exist. So we need to create our restaurant. Let's do that. So I'll drag the restaurant picture here and call it the food place. Well, we share love, share food, and share scenery. Right, so it's in Agege, remember? Yeah. Okay, this place, and we open by 9 and close by 10. So save the restaurant. Now it's under review. Remember, we have to go to the admin dashboard to accept it. So if we refresh here, we'll see that there would be one restaurant waiting to be reviewed. Okay, I'm not seeing that here. Fail to fetch. Why? Course. Why do we have course? So that's just a mistake. Funny. So so this is the food place. Now we accept the request. Now we're later going to do automatic refresh or send notifications for this, but right now that's why I'm just refreshing. So restaurant approved. Now create the menu. We can start with the smoky jollof rice. So now the price $5.99 is the main menu, and smoky jollof prepared by our Indian chefs. So now save that menu, save that, and let's add one more. Go back to the dishes. Now we should see the picture of the smoky jollof. Okay, that's good. Go back to the dishes, add smoothie, beverage, fruit smoothie, and that's $3. Let's call it $2.99. And beverage, naturally blended smoothie. I'm good at writing copy. Okay, so now we have two items. So beverage, fruit, the filter is working, so, and this is good. Now the next thing we'll have to do, we have to go over to the users app so we can fetch the food. So let's sign out. We can fetch the restaurants that we have. Let's sign out, and now remember, user 1 is the user, is the customer rather. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now this is the customer. So right now we'll give a prompt for our AI to fetch the data, the real data, and it's going to fetch it in all stores. So it's going to fetch it in all stores, and that's going to be good. So we're also going to fetch like deals near you. That will be later on, but for now we'll do all stores, and we'll be able to see details of the restaurant and the menu. So let's do that. Alright, so this is our simple prompt. Right now in the customer app, enable us to see the real restaurant on the home screen, and we can click into the restaurant to see their details and menu. We already have the screens, just the implementation. Just do the implementation. Okay, also for now, fetch all the restaurants we have on and display it in the all stores list on the home. Alright, let's send this and see what our AI will do. Okay, so now we can see in all stores, we can see the food place, which was the restaurant that we created from the vendor app. And let's go into it. We can restaurant not found. Why is that? Let's refresh. Restaurant must be found. So okay, that was an error. Not really an error, but just one of those network stunts. So we have the food place here, and so we are not setting this right now, and we are saying delivery is free. Oh, let's do that for now. And well, this is the hours we set. So we have beverages and we have main. So we can add to cart already. The cart is working. We can add one smoky jollof and one, though I don't think this calculation is correct, because we have $5.99, which is about $6, and $2.99, which is $3, which should be $9. But here we're seeing subtotal. Okay, we have delivery fee of $2, $2.99, service fee of 1.5. Okay, this feels correct. This is correct. So go to checkout, and we can see our items here. Standard, priority. So now standard is 10.48 and priority is 12.97. You can see that, and so we can decide to pay from different payment methods. And so guys, this is interesting. So now the cart is showing empty because it feels we've placed the order, but oh yeah, we've not done that. So now let's add should we add one more restaurant? Let's add one more restaurant. Let's go to the vendor app. So I'm going to create an account. I'm a vendor, user 21, or let me say user 5, so we can keep it in order, at mail.com. But this is the name. So let's say the name is Funke John, just any random number, and the password is just 128 123 4 5 6 7 8 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, user 5. So let's create the account. Now we can sign in user 5. Remember, I set it that once we create an account successfully, it should take us to the login screen so we can log in. So now we log in and we can create our restaurant. Let's download a new restaurant picture. Alright, so back to our app. Let's select this as the restaurant image and funky burrito. Okay, so it's in Seattle in the US. Okay, let's choose this one, and they open 0800 and close 0900. So we save that. All right, so now we can't, if we go to the dishes, I don't think we can add dishes yet because the restaurant is not yet approved. So let's approve the restaurant. So if we go to the home screen, we can see the funky burrito restaurant and we can accept it. Once we accept it, going back to the app and we refresh, we're going to see restaurant approved, create menu. So we can start adding. Let's add 3 items. Okay, that is good. Right now, if we sign out of this and go to the user's account, user1@mail.com, we're going to see both restaurants there. So funky burrito is open, the food place is open. So yeah, this is just basic stuff. So all right, since we already have items and we can add stuff to cart and see try to check out. Now let's add payment system with Stripe. Let's create Stripe account and okay, Stripe. Okay, so let's open a Stripe account so we can be able to do payments. Signing back into Stripe. Okay, so once I create the account and it signs me in, so business name Uber Chop, business location, okay, it doesn't matter, continue, website, skip, accept payments, continue, okay, continue. What do you want to sell? That's none of a business, skip, okay, continue. And now we have this set up. So now we need to get our API keys. And how do we get that? So I think we can get it from developers and API keys. All right, So now I'll close all these keys so you won't be able to see them. Okay, so let's go back to the app. Right now, let us be able to pay with Stripe. Ask me for the keys. Alright, right now this is my prompt for the Stripe payments implementation. So in the user app, let us be able to pay with Stripe, and it shows me for the keys. So also, the moment the customer tap place order, let the backend create the order first, but with payment status of unconfirmed. So then if the payment is successful, let the payment status be updated to become successful. Alright, so we'll send that, and after that we'll try and fetch our orders. So we'll fetch our orders into the orders screen. So we'll do that once this is done. Alright guys, so our AI says it's done, and so let's test the payment. So if we place order for what we're buying, which is the rabbit pizza, so we can pay using our card. And let's just, now remember this is a test, you can see test here. So it's so simple to use the live account. You just have to switch from test to live, so there's no big deal. Alright, so we pay the 3.50, and now there's an error, payment confirmation failed, contact support. Let's see what the issue is. So let's log the payment issue to the system. So once we write the prompt, then we'll send it and find a fix for it. Now if we take notes of the orders table on the database, it's been created for the orders we are sending, and with payment status of unconfirmed, that is working well. Inforge is working well. Also, the Stripe payment we can see on the screen is going, but then this error. So let's write this prompt. Now when I click on pay and enter my card in Stripe, the orders have been created in the backend with payment status of unconfirmed, and the payment is successful too in Stripe. But after the payment is successful, I'm getting payment confirmed failed, contact support, error pop up. What is causing this? Fix it. And also log each step of the payment to the console so we can actually find the exact error. So let's wait for this guy to debug and know where to move from there. Okay, our AI said it's done now, so let's test the payment again. Okay, that was successful. Let's check the database. Let's refresh the orders table on the database. Now I'm not using the database for anything, I'm just checking what's going on to see what's going on the backend, so to be sure that everything is being created as we want it to be. Okay guys, you can see here that this latest order after our fix, so it's successful. So we have ID, customer ID, the customer that placed the order, the restaurant that the customer placed the order on, the items, and the subtotal. We also have the delivery fee, which is 0 because we have a discount, the service fee, which is 1.50, and the total, which is 0.50. Also we have successful for payment status and pending. Order status is pending. Now this is pending because the vendor has not received the order yet. And also we have the Stripe intent, so this is like the payment ID from Stripe, the delivery location, and the time it was created. So guys, this is some good progress. By going over to the vendors app to let's go to the vendors app and let's see orders, so we can be able to accept or reject orders. So I think user 2, right, for vendors. And now we write our prompt for us to be able to receive orders on the home screen here, the real orders from the database. So we'll be able to see them, accept them or reject them. So that's what we're going to write the prompt for. Now this is our prompt to show the real orders and be able to accept or reject them. Now, because the way food delivery app works is that you pay first and then the vendor will decide if they want to accept or reject it. I mean, at least that's how food delivery app works over here in this side of the world where I am. And so the vendor can decide, oh, I want to cook for you or not. So depending on depending on them, depending on the vendor. But so now after here, the flow is after a user makes payment, the order is sent, the vendor will see the orders here and they can accept or reject it. So right now we have the orders that we are sending from the customer's app. Let us be able to fetch all the orders but only show on the home screen the ones that the payment status is successful. And also let us be able to accept or reject the order, which will change the order status on the backend from either accepted or rejected. Now let me specify that this should be on the vendor's app. So let's send this and see what our AI will do. Alright guys, so AI says it's done and we can see the order, the rabbit pizza now for this restaurant. So let's reject this first order so we can see what happens. So here we reject the order and so no orders here. So let's refresh this to see if the order status change from pending to rejected. So let's do that. Yes guys, it actually works. Rejected. So that means this is working and it's working well. So now we have no orders right now for this restaurant, and so later we're going to fix this so have all the orders, the ones rejected, the ones accepted. So right now the next thing we should do is to go back to the user's app and anybody users to be able to track their order. So let's log in as user. So in this orders page, we'll write prompts that we're able to see the orders and then we should be able to track the order details. So let's write the prompt for that. Alright guys, so for the order screen we've written our prompt. So for the customer app, in the orders page, show the list of orders we have currently, and if we click into it, let it show the order details, the real order status, rider distance from customer, location in the map, just the way we have this order screen here. And so for now let's still use dummy rider because we've not worked on the rider view, the riders app. So show everything based on the design we currently have. Also implement that the customer app should be able to search a location using Google API, and also implement current location. That should be for when we click on this button to search for location. So we should be able to use the real current location here, and if we search, it should be able to use the Google API. It's already working on the vendor app, so we just need it to work here too. So we'll send this prompt and wait for this guy to be done. Alright guys, so let's do the test. Let's test first the location. So yes, I should be able to use current location. Okay, and it gets my current location, and though this is too long, so I'll ask it to shorten it later on, but this is good. And also, what about the orders? So here we have orders that was rejected, and this order is rejected. The restaurant rejected this order. So this is good. This is some good progress, guys. Let's proceed from here. Alright, now this is our prompt for the rider app. Now this is the rider app. So now right now let's move to the rider app, and on the rider app let's have table for orders and let their location be sent to the backend. Like that's let the rider's location. be sent to the backend every 5 minutes. Now we're using 5 minutes here, though it's supposed to be like 1 minute, so that we can always know the rider's current position to be able to track it for the user. So that's how on this food delivery apps you can see the location of the current location of the rider on the map. Their current location is being sent every 1 minute to the database. So it's both the vendor and the rider and even the admin can see the current location of the rider. Now let the rider be able to toggle his status to either online or offline. Now let the riders who are online be able to see orders that have been accepted by the vendor. Now not just any vendor, but vendors that are closest to their location. Now do a fix from the customer apps so that when the customer places an order, let's have a field with rider assigned and let the field default be null. So when the rider accepts the order, let the rider assigned field have the ID of the rider that accepted it. Then let's take those orders and list them on the rider app so we can have the real orders here. And we should be able to see any delivery rides that the rider accepts in their active order in the home screen. Yeah, so the two requirements for a rider to see an order is 1, they are online, and 2, they are nearest to the restaurant, and 3, they have not rejected that particular order before. So this is like production level. This is like Uber Eats level requirements. So now let's send this and we'll proceed from there. Alright guys, so our AI says it's done. So let's look at the riders table. So there's no record, but the table exists. So okay, I think we have one rider, which is the account we have here. Is online, is for us. Let's flip that. Let's go online, and we are online. So let's see if we refresh this. So it's online, is true now, and that's good. And our location is okay, so it's only saving the latitude and longitude of the location, and we're not seeing orders right now. Let me refresh. Okay, we're still online because we're fetching the data from the backend, which is we are online. So right now orders, so this is the dummy data and profile. Okay, so let's place an order. Let me see if I can open a new simulator. Let's see if we can do on that simulator and maybe place the orders simultaneously. So let this load up and then we'll test that. Alright guys, so this is the vendors, this is the customer app now I'm opening. So since if this is the first time I'm opening it on this device, it's asking me for my location. So let's say I'm in Ikeja Jare. So let's use that address. Now this is the customer app. Now this is the vendors app where they will begin to see orders. So we can swipe down to refresh. So let's place order, and let's place order. So I want 1 pack of smoky jollof rice with a fruit smoothie. I want 2 fruit smoothie. Why am I calling it smooth fruit? Oh no. So I want 2 fruit smoothie with 1 pack of smoky jollof rice, and I'll go to checkout. I'll place the order and let's pay. So all right, so the payment is confirmed, and let's scroll down. So now you can see it here, smoky jollof and fruit smoothie. So I can reject or accept it. But let's go over to the rider app. okay. So let's go offline, or let's go online rather. So allow us to have our location. Let's set our location here. Let's say we are in our real location now. So any available orders, none. So let's accept this order. Okay, this breaks because real time. Okay, so let's write a prompt to fix this. So it's supposed to show the order in real time, but it's showing this error. So let's write a prompt for that. So my prompt says immediately an order is received from the vendor's app and immediately an order is accepted from the vendor's app and it wants to show in real time on the rider app, it gives this error. So let's send that and see what the AI will do. Alright, so our AI says it's fixed it, and let's go back and use this. Let's go back and do it again. So use state doesn't exist. Let's see. Okay, use state doesn't exist, and there's the tears. Okay, let's send this error also. So it should fix that. So we should get the rider app working well and then we'll proceed. Okay, the fix is done. So let's place the order again. So we go here and we want smoky jollof and 2 smoothie. Okay, so let's go to checkout, place the order and use our card to pay. Okay, now the order has been sent. We've not activated. Okay, now this shows up here in the vendor's app. This is the user app, this is the vendor app. Now let's go over to the rider app so we can see the order. Now we are online here, and once we accept the order here, we see it here automatically, and the rider can choose to accept or reject the order. Let's accept the order. So now we can see that the customer is in Ikeja GRA. We have his phone number to call him or message him, and we can slide to confirm delivery. So let's go to the customer app over here. So if in the vendor app, still in the vendor app, in progress, we can see this is in progress. So let's sign out here and go over to the user app. So we log in here in the user app, and in orders we should be able to see the order here. We can see the order and see the order details. So order accepted. Let me slide this so we can see the location for the delivery route here on the map here. However, I need to 10 minutes. So active delivery here. So now we need to fix this order status. So the order info says 1 smoky jollof rice and 1 fruit salad and 1 fruit smoothie rather. So guys, this is interesting. And okay, let's see what state the order is. Let's see. This is the order. Remember, I'm in the orders table in the database on Inforge. So what state is the order right now? Oh, why is it payment status of unconfirmed, but the Stripe payment went through? Let's see our Stripe dashboard. Transactions rather. So how much is it? It's 13.47, and it was successful. But in the dashboard here, let's refresh that. Okay, payment status successful. There's no error then. So order status is delivering, and rider assigned, the rider ID, delivery address. Guys, this is very good. This is very good. So so since this is delivering, so this should be able to, when the, now let's set it that when the vendor accepts the order, it should mark this as order accepted, and it should mark preparing also. Then when the delivery rider accepts the delivery, it should show out for delivery, and until the rider slides to confirm, then before it will say arrived. So guys, let's do that now. All right, so some a few changes for us to do here. So on the customer app, make it be that when the vendor accepts the order status change, the order status on the customer screen to check order accepted and preparing. So and also let's make a way for the rider on the rider app. Okay, on the rider app, let's make a way for the rider to be able to tap deliver to show that the workflow is complete. Also make it that on the rider app, when the rider clicks the accept order button, it accepts the delivery and then takes the rider into the order details screen. Then instead of slide to confirm delivery, which is this, that button will confirm that the food has been delivered, and therefore change the order status to completed. That means this order status will be changed from delivering to completed. Then on the customer app, the order status will change to this arrived. Arrived will be in green. Let the order status changing the status on the customer app. Let the order status change the status on the customer app in real time. That means the moment one action is performed on either the vendor app or the rider app, it should happen here in real time. We should be able to see, oh, preparing, oh, it's out for delivery, oh, arrived, like in real time. So make everything work on the backend. Let's send this prompt and we are good to go. Alright guys, so our AI is done with the updates, the changes now, and we've enabled real time in so many places. So let's test what's going on, and I'm going to use my iPhone, my physical device. Also okay, I'm going to log that, and it's just going to connect, and I'm going to use this as the user. So yeah, this is the app on the user, this is the vendor, and this is the rider. So okay, let me put the vendor in the middle and the rider at the end, so it can be easier to, you know. So customer, my physical device, vendor, and rider. So now let's place an order. Let's second restaurant here, a food place. So let's just buy smoky jollof rice and go to the cart, and let's check out. Let's pay. So I'll put my card and just photo. So 10 and 20, 30. Then anything. So let's just use any country here, so we don't have to enter the zip code. So just processing. And you can see it comes to the vendor in real time. Immediately the order is sent because we went to this restaurant, and so the order is sent. And now take note the orders. Let's go to the order screen and see. So the order is awaiting for the vendor to accept it. So if the vendor rejects it, we can reject that, and the restaurant rejected this order. So let's place another order, just a quick one. So now let's accept the order, and immediately we accept the order, the rider see the available order. And now take note of this place. So so the restaurant has accepted it, it's in progress now, meaning it's out for delivery. So because the restaurant already accepted it and it's out for delivery now, so once the rider accepts it, so now it says arrival in 8 to 10 minutes. And so let's say the rider takes some time, goes on, and once it marks it at delivery, you see here order delivered instantly, real-time updates using Inforge. Guys, this is crazy, this is interesting. So we can go to the orders page and see how much the rider has earned for the day. And so let's see, we can see the dishes here, we can see the orders that were in progress. Now this is not happening in real time, so if we refresh this, you'll see that this order moved to ready. So this order is already ready, it's already done, and so the user has received this order and everything went smoothly. All right, so now that we've completed the flow from a rider placing an order to getting it delivered at his doorstep, let's fetch these details from the admin dashboard. So let's do this. So now this is the admin app. So now we're going to be writing prompts that will enable us to have some of those details, and we'll proceed from there. All right, this is my prompt to fix the admin dashboard. So I'm telling it here, if you check the Inforge dashboard database, right now we have the tables for dishes, orders, restaurant, and riders. So let's be able to fetch all the right information. So on the home screen you can show the real numbers, and then on the restaurants tab we should have a table where we can be able to view all the restaurants, which is just this view, and I pasted this from the Figma design. On the rider screen we would see a list like this where we can see all the riders and be able to block them, open them, close them, suspend them. And also for the transaction page we can be able to see the money, the way the money moves, just like this view from the Figma design also. So let's do this, let's send this, and let's see where it takes us. Alright guys, so our AI says it's done. Now let's do the testing and see if it did it well. So we're gonna refresh now, and what's going on, we ain't seen any requests yet. So we have 2 restaurants that are open, no riders found, and no transactions yet. So let's see how that works, because as far as I remember we have 1 rider. Let me see what the rider is up to. So our rider is online. Let's inspect this. Okay. Bad request. Okay, 400 restaurants. Okay, so only the restaurants are loading up, the orders are not loading. Okay, let's tell our AI that only the restaurants are fetching, the orders are not fetching. Let's see the transactions also. The riders are not fetching, the transactions are not fetching. And the numbers. The ones that are not fetching. Error 400, right? Is error 400, right? 400, yeah. So let's send this and see what our AI will do concerning it, and we'll know how to proceed. Alright guys, so we are done right now with this. The AI says it's done, so let's check it out. So we have the overview screen. We have the restaurants. We have 2 restaurants here. Let's see the transactions. So the transactions, to total orders, total, like, guys, this is just good. This is just really good.